Okay, folks, that's our long weekend up here in Canada, and we're busy for the next couple weeks with family visits, and it's probably the last camping trip of the season. So I thought I'd do this one video today because I've been thinking about it and kind of walk myself through it. Now, just imagine you have downloaded an SVG from any free site, or you paid for an SVG, and you bring it into Lightburn and you look at it and go, wow, that's not very good. So how do you want to modify this? Well, here's the finished product that I made from an SVG. So it's called the Rodfather. Now, the main Rodfather graphic is one that I downloaded as an SVG, and the fish I added because I had all this blank space on here, and I thought, well, I might as well add something, and I added this fish. You can add a fish too. I'll find out what that is. So let me go through the steps and show you how I created this. So the first thing I want to do is I want to import that original SVG file. And I want to go to where I downloaded it and oops, get it sorted out here. Come on. Go. Okay, so there's my original. So I was going to hide my image here. So this is huge. Now, the piece that I showed you, that's on, originally it was a 12-inch by 5.5-inch piece of cherry. And this graphic here is way bigger than that 5.5 piece of cherry. And you know, if I actually take this and put it on my normal engrave layer, I have all this blue stuff, which turns into black. That's a lot of black. Now it looks cool, but that's going to take me 4 hours. Yeah, about, unless I optimize a little bit. And that's way too long to have this engraving. So let's turn it back into line mode, leave it on blue. And the first thing I did with this, I got to be able to get rid of this border. So I said, I want to ungroup everything. Now that it's ungrouped, I have access to this, and I want to get rid of that outside layer. Okay. I think I want to do is I want to shrink this down so it's reasonable. Now, you notice in my graphic, I have the letters. If I zoom in here a little bit, you can see that they're filled and hollow, and the fisherman is solid. How do I do that? Well, this is ungrouped, so let's just deal with the fisherman, because he's the easiest one to do right here. So I'm start selecting, because I've ungrouped everything, so I only have to select parts. Now I want to make sure that that's selected, so I have the hole where the fisherman's holding the fishing rod. I also need I need this little piece here, so I'm going to group that. I need this piece here inside the H. I'm going to group that. And lastly, this little triangle piece, I'm going to group that. Now, so this is all a group, I can put it on another engrave layer, which is my red layer. You can see that looks like that. Okay, so that's fine. So let's just center this again so I can see this. Now, I want to, this is a line, and my laser doesn't like doing lines very well. I have to kind of work at it. But I like it thicker for my outline. So I'm going to click on my blue. I'm going to hide this red layer. I don't need him. I'm going to select all of this and group it all together. And I'm going to go to my outline tool. And I want to go inward one round. I don't want outer shapes only because I want to see the holes of the E and the O and the D. I want to see those. I wanted to leave my original. I'm just going to go, okay. And I can just zoom in, select my original. I'm going to group it together. And now I can set my blue to fill. Turn on my fisherman. If I want to add my fish, let's just see if I can find my fish. I'm pretty sure it's in another folder here. Import. There's my fish. There's my fish. And once again, he's pretty big. But so I can make him smaller. And I want to flip him horizontally. And I want to rotate him a little bit. And place him somewhere like that. Now, if I group everything together, I can now size this. And I want to make this about 11.5 inches. And there's my Rodfather graphic. So, once again, if you have purchased a license or you have open source SVG that you want to use and it doesn't quite look the way you want it, don't forget you can change this. So I'm going to just delete all this, and I'm going to bring in my actual Rodfather project. I'll work both that. Now I have my logo on here, which I'm going to hide. See that one. I just want to see, don't want to see that one. Just want to see. So there's the one that I used for that sign that I created, showed you earlier. And it's the same process, exactly the same process. Okay, so I hope you found this mildly useful, entertaining. Well, entertaining maybe not so much, but at least gives you an idea when you have an SVG that you want to use it, but you need to tweak it so it meets your specifications and your customer specs as well. So that's how you do it. And stay tuned, and don't forget to come back and visit more of my channel and see what else I have for you. And you have a great day. Thank you. Bye-bye.